after the excitement that I suffered from 2 weeks ago from this booster box, my hopes are now raised higher! Hiya guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are opening a box of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pharaoh 7 booster packs. And this is really really true. A friend of mine was in Bournemouth the other day, and he said, well, if he was in the store, was there anything that I wanted? And I asked for this box specifically because, well, there's going to be a lot of old classic trap cards that a lot of people, a lot of players would take for granted nowadays, and it was really the very first set of Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading cards that held a lot of trap cards. So I'm really looking forward to this box. So normal rare wise, I am looking for any rare trap cards I can use. Super rares, I think there was a Parasite that I would like to have, or Buster Blader. I can't remember if that was Super or Ultra, but if it is, Buster Blader is my go-to card. Secret rare, I am looking for Jinzo, the Trap Negator, and that has always been a pain up my backside whenever I played against that same friend that got me this booster box. So, let's get started. And of course there's also a Gear Free the Iron Knight image right here. If I somehow get Gear Free the Iron Knight, boy, would that improve my collection somewhat. So, we've got 24 packs, 9 each. I just hope that I get a lot of rare trap cards in this set, like I did. Well, with the video that I did 2 weeks ago, I was actually pretty lucky to get Magic Jammer and the 7 Tools of the Bandit, and let's not forget the Gate Guardian card. That one was my go-to pick in that entire set. I would hopefully love to pick the secret rare Jinzo in this booster box. So, like we did last 2 weeks ago, we'll start off with the left booster packs. There's some really good trap cards in here as well. I think that this was the very first booster pack that had a majority of the cards as trap cards. So expect to see a lot of trap cards in this booster box, guys. We got the Thousand Eyes Idol, Minor Goblin Official, Darkfire Soldiers 1 and 2. These would be perfect in a fire attribute based deck. Forced Requisition, so you can activate this card when you discard from your hand. After that, each time you discard from your hand, your opponent must also discard the same number of cards from his or her hand. I'm glad they made it so that it's his or her hand wise. Ground Collapse, 3-headed Guido, that's like a mask monster. The Burning Land, which was used by Yugi in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. And the inspection card, very nice. So no holofoils yet, but hopefully after in this box there will be at least 6. That's my expectations. Solomon's Lord, skip your own standby phase. Gift of the Mystical Elf, Flame Champion, also in good for fire deck. Numinous Healer. Vampire Baby, oh, very lovely. Yeah, little rare card. World Suppression, if there's a field card activated, you can negate the field spell card, X, which is pretty cool. Science Soldier, a Drill Bug, and a Flying Kamakiri number 2. Flying Kamakiri number 1, in case you were ever wondering, was brought in the Spell Ruler booster pack set. So that will be a perfect combination of wind attribute monsters right there. So, oh, and of course, Drill Bug, also perfect with Parasite. Next up, of course, who knows, there might be an Insect Barrier card in this pack, well, this is that as well. The All-Seeing Eye of Truth, the 4-star Ladybug of Doom that destroys all level 4 monsters. On the field, Girochin Quagata, an insect monster. 7 completed, Dimension Hole, that's a pretty good spell card that will remove a monster from play for 1 turn. Dark Bat, the Rain of Mercy, increases life points. Deep Sea Warrior, now this one was used in the Deck Master arc of the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, and apparently if you sacrifice 2 monsters, you can negate your opponent's monster's attack and then deal damage to their life points equal to that monster's attack points. But not in this game. Apparently if you have the Umi spell card on the field, it's not affected by spell cards. And if you wanted the Umi card, the best, the booster pack to get it from is the Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon. We got a Metal Detector, we got the Sword Hunter equipped monster, which is a pretty cool monster. If you destroy a monster and send it to the graveyard, equip the monster from the graveyard as an equipped spell with the effect of this gains 200 attack points. The Trap Respect play that forces both players to show their hands during each turn. Morphing Jaw number 2, and oh sweet lord, we got Noble Men of Crossout. Target a monster that is face down on the field and destroy it, and if you do, banish it. If it was a flip monster, each player reveals their main deck and then banish all cards from it with the same name. The All-Seeing White Tiger, excellent. Bubonic Vermin, you can summon another one if this card is flipped. Bite Shoes, change the attack and defense of position of one face-up monster on the field. That card must remain face up. But boy, Noble Men of Crossout. What a super rare spell card. Hopefully we'll get some pretty other good trap cards as well. Another Darkfire Soldier. Minor Goblin Official, another Darkfire Soldier number 1. Type 0 Magic Crusher. Discard a spell card from your hand to inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent's life points. Michizure. If a monster is destroyed sent from the field to the graveyard, even during the damage step, target one monster in the field and then destroy it. That is a really good trap card. Bombardment Beetle. Pick up and see one face down defense position monster on your opponent's side of the field. If it's an effect monster, destroy it. Its flip effect is not activated if it is a flip effect monster, and if it's not, return it to the original position. Doku Royabia, a fiend monster, fire attribute. Don't know if I would have that in a proper fire deck. But still, pretty good cards that we got. A nice rare trap card. Another 4-star Ladybug of Doom, the Flame Champion, the Invitation to a Dark Sleep. Now, if this monster is summoned, select one opponent's monster. As long as this card remains face up the field, it cannot attack. So it's kind of like a... Oh my God! I got my pick! It's Jinzo! Yes! Yes! I got Jinzo! Yes! 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 The Trap Negator is mine! I got my own Jinzo! Oh, sweet Jesus! Oh my lord! Good God Almighty! Oh! Oh, that is it. My pick. That's it. Video's over. See you guys in 2 weeks for another blog build. Oh my lord! Oh! If I tell my friend about this, he's gonna start kicking my ass for that. Oh! Girochin Quagata, 1,000 Idols, DNA Surgery. This is the trap that changes all monsters on the field to one specific type. Oh god. Cyber Falcon, not treated as a cyber monster. Another Force Requisition. Oh, the Gamble Trap card. So it's a coin. It's basically a coin toss. If you have less, if your opponent has 6 cards in his hand and you have at least 2 or less, you toss a coin, and if you call it right, you draw 5 cards. If you guess wrong, that's it, you skip your next turn. But boy, all these trap cards, powerless against the might of Jinzo. Oh, Oni Tank T34, Respect Play Again, Skull Mariner, the Trap Gust, oh, Shift. Now this is an old Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card. If you've ever seen the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, and you've seen this, Yugi used this in this battle against Kaiba on top of the Jewel's Kingdom Castle to swap the position of his Curse of Dragon with his Dark Magician. But in this one, it's a different effect. So when your opponent targets exactly one monster you control for an attack or with a spell or trap effect, target another monster I control that would be an appropriate target. That attack, spell, trap now targets the new target. Oh. Oh. That is brilliant. Oh. Type 0 Magic Crusher, Wing Weaver, that is a powerful light fairy monster back in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Days. Another Overdrive monster, another Invitation to a Dark Sleep, second Wolfing Jaw number 2, and basically the same as we picked earlier in the pack. Sorry, early on the side. Oh. And don't forget, guys, if you are new to this channel, please do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified on all my latest videos. And hopefully, if I start earning money from YouTube, I'll do more box openings like this, and of course that in the future. So, and of course with the perks as well, that hopefully we will introduce when we hit the 500 subscriber mark and hit that 3,000 hour view time. We'll do something awesome just like that. So, Twin-Headed Fire Dragon, Time Seal Trap card. Your opponent skips the draw phase. Another DNA Surgery, Darkfire Soldier. The Gravity Bind, that all level 4 higher monsters cannot declare an attack. That is a pretty good trap to have, but it will be useless against rank and link monsters. Oh. And the trap Earthshaker. So if your opponent has a attribute deck, kind of like how I was hoping to one day build a fire deck, attribute deck, we then have to declare, well, you can declare 2 monster attributes, and then your opponent selects one of those attributes, and they have to destroy all cards related to that attribute, which is really cool. Kisetai. So if your opponent, when your opponent's monster attacks his this card in face down defense position, this card becomes an equipped spell equipped to the attacking monster. And of course, during each of your opponent's standby phases, increase your life points by half of the attack of the monster equipped with this card. So a very tricky monster, if I do say so myself. It might be considered a insect monster, but it's actually a fiend monster. The Trap Gust. Cold Wave, that negates all the spell and trap cards on the field. Minor Goblin Official, Lightforge Sword. Oh, sweet Jesus, I got the Ultra Rare Chain Destruction Trap! Oh my gosh. So when a monster with 2,000 less attack points is summoned, target one of them and destroy all cards with the name in its controller's hand and main deck. Oh, this is brilliant. Attack and Receive, you can only activate this card when you take damage to your life points. Inflict 700 damage to your opponent's life points. Also, inflict 300 points of damage to your opponent's life points for each Attack and Receive in your graveyard. Oh, the Trap Driving Snow. So if a spell, well, if one of your trap cards is destroyed and sent to the grave from the field to the graveyard by an effect of your opponent's card, your opponent, you destroy one spell trap card in their side of the field. And the Infinite Dismissal. So level 3 or lower monsters are destroyed during the end phase of this turn that they are normal or flip summoned. So low level monsters are gonna be destroyed. Oh god! Oh god! Already this could be one of my best videos ever! Oh, it is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, Light of Intervention. So all face-down monsters must be in face-up position and their flip effects cannot be activated. Twin-Headed Fire Dragon, Respect Play, Numinous Healer. So it's basically has the same effect as the Attack and Receive trap card. Then another Forced Requisition, Gradius. So if you've ever played, I think this one was in, I think there's a game called Gradius as well. I cannot remember. Let me know down in the comments below if there is one. Would be great to know. Okay. Now, this next 12 of cards, I hope can match what we pulled on this row. Because boy oh boy. Oh gosh. Oh, 7 completed. So you can have at least 3 copies of this card, and this can either increase the attack or defense of a machine monster by 700, and it's entirely the controlling player's choice. DNA Surgery, a Skull Mariner, Type 0 Magic Crusher, another Force Requisition, Infinite Dismissal, Bubonic Vermin, that's back, and the Regulation of Tri. Activate this card by declaring one monster type. Monsters of that type cannot declare attacks. Once per turn during a standby phase, tribute one monster or destroy this card. So, if your opponent uses a deck that has nothing but warrior monsters, you can have this trap negate, cancel out their attacks or machines. It depends on how you play, on how you want to play that trap card. Right, another Darkfire Soldier, Oni Tank T-34, Invitation to Dark Sleep, Sky Scout. Now I remember this card being called Harpy's Brother, but now it's called the Sky Scout, which is, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I would have preferred the Harpy's Brother a little better, but if this is the name that they're going for, guess we'll have to go with it. So, Prohibitions. So, activate by declaring one card name. Cards with that name and their effects cannot be used. If they're already on the field, they are not affected. So, you could say if your opponent has Shooting Star Dragon, you can declare that card to be prohibited from the rest of the game. We've also got a Major Riot Trap card. So if a monster you control returns to your hand by an opponent's card effect, return as many monsters on the field to the hand as possible. Then each player special summons from their hand in face down position equal to the number of monsters that will return to the hand. So it's an interesting trap card, that one. Boy, we've already got Jinzo. Can I get Buster Blader? At least. Or the Gift of the Mystical Elf. So if your opponent has 6 monsters on their side of the field, this will give you 1800 life points. A perfect trap card to help recover your life points. The Mystic Probe. So if your opponent plays a continuous spell card, you can negate all continuous spell cards during the turn this is activated. So it's basically a counter to continuous spell cards effects. Nobleman of Extermination, which is the spell card and trap card equivalent of Nobleman of Crossout. We got Science Soldier, another Attack and Receive, a Solemn Wishes trap card. So if this is perfect in case you ever wanted to try and summon a Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames in the game. So you would gain 500 life points each time you draw a card or cards, and you can have it basically on the field anytime that you want. So it's good to have that in your deck. And of course another Attack and Receive. Might have to build a continuous trap card deck. Okay. And of course I have a Wall of Revealing Light trap card. Now I don't know if that trap card is in this set, but I know it does exist. Overdrive, 7 completed. Metal Detector, Island Turtle. The Trap Shift. Ooh, the super rare Backup Soldier. So if you have 5 or more monsters in your graveyard, you can target 3 non-effect monsters with less than 1500 attack points in your graveyard and add them back to your hand. And we've also got an Island Turtle, which is perfect for a water-based deck. Another Dark Bat and another Gradius. Oh. Nothing can trump Jinzo. I'm gonna say that now. Which is brilliant. Another Sky Scout, the Eye of Truth, Cold Wave, Mystic Probe, Gravity Bind, Steel Ogre Grotto, the All-Seeing White Tiger, Infinite Dismissal, and Enchanted Javelin. So if you have a high attack point monster like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, you can increase your life points by that monster's attack. So basically 4,500. So, and you can also use it to counter your opponent's direct attack on your life points. So it's basically a good life point increasing trap card that you could use. Alright, next up, another Ladybug of Doom, a Mystic Probe, Light of Intervention, a Numinous Healer, good to have. And appropriate, activate only when your opponent draws a card outside of the draw phase, either draw phase. After that, each time your opponent draws a card outside of either draw phase, you can immediately draw 2 more cards. Insect Imitation, so you contribute 1 monster and special summon an insect monster from your deck whose level is 1 higher than the tributed monster you had on the field. Souls of the Forgotten and Dokoroyabia. Now this one, I think this was used by Bakura in the Battle City Finals, the beginning of the Battle City Finals, for his evil, dark, scary field spell, the Dark Sanctuary. And we've got another Metal Detector, so if a continuous trap card is activated, you can negate all those trap cards on the field on the turn that this card was activated. Darkfire Soldier, another Mystical Elf, another Sword Hunter, Michizoru, and a super rare Parasite! So if you have an insect-based deck, this is perfect to have. You can actually have it, negate the attack, and as long as it's still alive by the time it's flipped, you can shuffle it into your opponent's deck, and when your opponent draws that card, it's played into the spell and trap card zone, and all monsters become insect monsters. Oh. Perfect. Respect Play, Solomon's Lure, Time Seal, or Hayabusa Knight. Now, if there's no monsters in your opponent's side of the field, you can have this card declare 2 attacks on the turn on each battle phase. Another Attack and Recieve, Deep Sea Warrior, and the Reign of Mercy, and then another Enchanted Javelin. Oh, I'm taking a picture of this and showing it to my friend. He is gonna be, I hate you. Alright, so we got a Minor Goblin Official, Insect Barrier, perfect for the Parasite, Darkfire Soldier 1, a Wings Griever, another Gravity Bind Trap, Insect Imitation, Inspection, Bubonic Vermin. We're waiting on an ultra rare right now, at least one. I would love to have one. Mr. Volcano, good to have in a fire-based deck. Numinous Healer, Flame Champion, Cyber Falcon, Monster Recovery, and oh yeah, I remember this. Target 1 monster you control that is owned by you. If that monster is still on the field, shuffle it and your entire hand into the deck. Also after that, draw cards equal to the number of cards you shuffled from your hand into the deck by this effect. And you cannot activate this card if you have a card in your hand that is owned by your opponent. Pretty good spell card. Come on, we are waiting for an ultra rare. Another ultra rare. We've already had Chain Destruction. Please give us something good. Oh, Oni Tank. Oh my sweet Jesus, 1,000 Ice Restrict! Oh! Now this is a monster of monsters. Oh. Oh, you need Relinquish and Thousand Eyes Idol. It doesn't matter if Relinquish is in your field or hand. You just need Polymerization to fuse it, and then boom, you've got the most powerful full effect fusion monster ever. Ho ho. This is brilliant. Oh, Wing Reaver, Insect Barrier, another Mr. Volcano, a Mad Sword Beast. Oh. So, let's go over what we've just got. Real quick and easy. We've got the cover card of this booster pack. We've got the Thousand Eyes Restrict. We've got the secret rare Jinzo monster, which I absolutely called it. Chain Destruction, the ultra rare trap card that destroys the same card in your opponent's deck. Parasite, that is the trap card that will immediately infect your opponent's deck, and if it's drawn, all their monsters become insect monsters. Backup Soldier, perfect for recovering weaker normal monsters, and Nobleman of Crossout, that is the Monster Destroyer. So my pick has got to be, without a doubt, Jinzo. That is an original monster, always used by Joey and Asperoba. I absolutely love to have this card in my machine deck one day. And of course, if you are new to the channel, unfortunately this is the end of the video, but don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified on all my latest videos, and hopefully one day in the future we'll do more like this. Happy gaming, guys, and I will see you next week.